All right, so you have had a bit of a crazy month or so. You've got a crazy fight, and you've got a new hot sauce, and you've got the Celsius partnership. Can you kind of talk to me a little bit about what's going on outside the cage first, I guess?
A lot of stuff actually. We have the hot sauce. I'm busy with a lot of things. I have a seltzer water, a bourbon. Um, constantly keeping my nonprofit Good Fight Foundation rolling. Tomorrow we have meal pickups. I'm always busy outside of the octagon, but with the hot sauce, it started back in 2000. Let me see, when did we start the hot sauce? End of 2020, I believe. It was kind of a birth of being stuck at home in the pandemic and finally getting a chance. I knew I always wanted to do something, with hot sauce or something in the culinary world. But being home stuck, I got time to like write emails, reach out to people, start getting my team together to figure out how to do this the right way. And with Celsius, that's another thing. Like me and my wife have been drinking Celsius for years before this deal came about. So I try to align myself with companies that I actually use for the most part.
So do you have these ideas sort of like looking ahead at your future? Because, fighting can only last so long. So you want to make sure you set yourself up so that there's constant income coming. Is that part of the reason why you're, doing the bourbon and the hot sauce? Or is it really you're just kind of living in the moment? You're not thinking ahead that far?
No, it definitely is part of that for sure. Um, but setting up multiple income streams is always, a goal. But it's also aligning myself with things where I'm not doing it just for money, like doing things that I enjoy doing and things that I'm passionate about.
Yeah. Well, we had
When you can do both of those things, when you can make money doing things that you like to do and using things that you like to use, that's a win.
yeah, definitely. We had the hot sauce in the on Media Row at the fights last weekend. So we were putting it in our breakfast burritos.
Oh, which one were you using?
We had all three.
Okay,
We've decided that the new one, the is it
Creole
Creole?
maple.
Is that how you say it? Is the hottest one, we think.
Yeah. Oh no, the KO is definitely the hottest.
Yeah, we don't think so. I know that that's supposed to be,
Okay.
but I guess that, anyways, we all had it in our breakfast burritos and we were watching the morning fights, so it was pretty cool. Um,
Awesome. Great. Good to hear.
yeah, we love it. So, obviously you just came out of this crazy fight. Um, how long do you take to recover from a performance like that?
I took a week completely off. Yesterday was my first day back on the mats, training jujitsu. Usually a week. It depends, like some fights are different. Some fights I need 2 weeks, a week and a half. Depends if I'm have stitches and any serious injuries that take a long time.
Yeah. Um, and we all saw that fight, and we saw that you had to pull through and get that win. What goes through your mind when you're in a situation like that where you're having a tough fight and then you're still able to pull out the win? What do you have to do, and what do you have to do to dig deep to get that?
I'm just fighting like I'm just fighting to win. I didn't really have to do anything extra. The opportunity just presented itself for me to get on his back to reverse him when he tried to put his hook in and take my back. I always fight to finish. My coaches definitely let me know between the second and third round that it's 1-1 and we need this round. We got to win this fight. But I'm doing everything I can already. Before they tell me that. Maybe subliminally, I don't know, but it's not like a huge thing in my head. I'm always trying to finish fights.
Did you kind of imagine that was the way that fight was going to go, or did you picture it a little differently?
I pictured it differently. I thought I was going to knock him out. I really did.
What did he do that surprised you in there, or did he do anything?
No, he did pretty much what I thought he was going to do. If anything surprised me was his able to take his ability to take a shot. Especially when I had him hurt.
Yeah. And I know that there was a lot of talk about, the blood clot coming out and the fish hook and all that stuff. With those things in mind, would you ever want to fight him again? Would that be something that um like a rematch down the road or even right away? Like what would you want to get back in there with him knowing those things?
I mean, I think right now there's no reason to. I beat him, um, but I never say never in fighting. You never know what the guy's going to do if he goes on a streak and or pats a line again. It could happen, but that's not something I'm gunning for. I'd beat the guy.
And how would you rank that performance and that fight amongst all of the wars that you've had in your career?
it was another crazy fun one. I'm happy and proud that I submitted the guy, especially after my last loss, being a submission, or my last two losses, being a submission. And it just shows that I do what I say I'm gonna do. I go back to the gym, I work, I train, get better, and show up ready to perform again.
And I guess my last question for you, I think everybody wants to know when we can see you fight again. And you've talked a little bit about who you don't want to fight and, what you're looking for, but do you have any names or any update on that for us?
No, I haven't. I still haven't spoke to the UFC yet about potential matchups or a time frame, but we'll see. I don't know what's gonna happen. I know it's not that I don't want to fight anybody or I said no to anything. It's just looking at exciting fights. I haven't said no to anything yet. We just got to see what makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I know you said you didn't really, you weren't interested in Beneil because he was respectful. And does it,
That
does
no,
you,
I didn't. That's not the reason I'm not interested in him.
okay.
He's a great fighter, and I have respect for him. And he deserves to fight a top guy and get his title shot. He's doing everything he's supposed to do to get those things done. But in that conversation I had where people are pulling that from, it's just like if you look at my last, I don't know how many fights, the matchups, there were super exciting matchups. But it was very dangerous. I'm not saying that he doesn't motivate me at all, but I just got to figure it out. I
Yeah.
just got to figure out what's next.
Do you need a little bit of a trash talk or a little bit of something there, like a spark between you and your opponent to kind of get you interested? Is that kind of what you mean by that, or?
No, I just need violence. I just need somebody violent who gives me those butterflies, like I told Chandler after the fight, who makes me have those feelings of it's a crazy thing what we do to try to put it into words exactly how I need to feel to be 100% super motivated. But I don't need somebody talking trash. No, the guys, when the bell rings on fight night, the guy's gonna try to take me out, and that's enough. But we'll see. We'll see.
And then can you just let everybody know where they can get your hot sauce, the bourbon, and Celsius?
Sure. Celsius, I like I like to tell people to go to Amazon to get it, but I mean I see it in Target. I've seen it in a bunch of local stores around here, but it's easy to get it shipped directly to your door. I get it by the case. But bourbon, go to therarestash.com. You can type in your location and find stores near you. Also, Reserve Bar can ship it straight to your door in certain states. The hot sauce, heatness.com, and all these links and stuff are on my social media. I have a link tree on there. You can go there and find anything you want. But Heatness is US, and heartbeathotsauce.com. Go there for international shipping. Also for merch, hot sauce hats, shirts, hoodies. We have everything there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And the hot sauce is awesome. Can't wait to try the bourbon next.
Thanks.
Awesome. Have a good day.
You too.